I know that it's nothing that I can do, but I feel absolutely defeated right now after that game. Let me just tell you all this. I've never seen such a bullshit non pass interference call in my life when Abrams, I think was his last name, was guarding Will Fuller in overtime. The Raiders were up 28-25. Jacoby Brissett throws a beautiful pass. A beautiful pass to Will Fuller in the end zone. And the guy is literally grabbing him on the shoulder like this. Now, Will Fuller almost caught the ball. He had his arms out like this, and the ball went right in between his arms. And he didn't catch it. He was also held. That's just like I just said, he was held. And I've never seen such a bullshit non-pass interference call in my life. I'm not blaming this game on the referees. So much happened on this game. It's really crazy to explain what costed us this game. But for me, my vibe was, as soon as that safety happened in the first quarter, we lost our momentum. The crowd was getting hot. The Raiders were doing great things. The Raiders were scoring touchdowns. And then the Raiders went on an absolute tear from that point on into the fourth quarter. And it really made us look like we had no chance at all in that game. And then be down by 11. I don't know where this Jacoby Brissett was from the second quarter and the third quarter, but Jacoby Brissett made some big-time plays down the stretch. And let me just say this. If we get that Jacoby Brissett every single week, the one that we got in the late in the fourth quarter, I don't know if we are going to see Tua back on the field for a long time. Did I think Jacoby Brissett played a great game? I don't. I had way too many missed opportunities. Just some horrible game calling as well. That's another thing I want to address. I know I'm going out of order here, but I guess we should just start with the offense. Let's just start with the offense. Horrible play calling today. Really, before the fourth quarter, there were some horrible play calls today. And by the way, Austin Jackson, my man, I swear to God, I do not want to see Austin Jackson starting for the Miami Dolphins next week. He costed us multiple times in this game with penalties. He had that great block. I'll give him one credit. He had that great block, a chef's kiss, when Malcolm Brown scored that touchdown in the first quarter. He pancaked his guy to the ground. But my man had a horrible game, and I don't think he should be starting next week. He costed us so many opportunities in this game. He really did. And then just the play calls, like the offensive line. I mean, the offensive line didn't play horrible. I'll give them that. They didn't have a horrible game today. They were all right. But Jacoby Brissett, again, was running around like a chicken on his head, like a chicken without its head. He was running around the entire game, trying to get the ball, screen passes, to Waddle, screen passes to Myles Gaskin. Man was all over the place. All over the place in this game. But I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, but more than likely, there's not going to be an Extreme Rules review tonight. I just don't care at all. I'm kind of not in the mood for to watch a pay-per-view now, but I don't know. But let's go through some stats. Then we got to talk about this game. We'll start with the Dolphins first. Jacoby Brissett, 32 for 49, 215 passing yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. Now, before this, he was, I believe, right before his run in the fourth quarter, he went like 20 for 31 with only 112 passing yards. And that is some horrible statistics right there. Absolutely horrible. And just another thing I want to point out, I don't remember if this was I don't think that this was in the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, it didn't matter. But finally, the Dolphins were being creative on a third down, and they try to get like a Myles Gaskin on like a little I don't know what to call it, but they got Myles Gaskin wide open, okay? And if Myles Gaskin gets the ball, or I shouldn't say that, if Jacoby Brissett doesn't throw it in the effing dirt, Myles Gaskin is going. He's probably going like an extra 20 or 30 yards. But then luckily, Jacoby made it all up for the fourth down conversion to Parker. And then we got a couple of nice plays on that drive. And the pass interference to set us up on the one. Jacoby Brissett, we don't get two plays. Jacoby Brissett on 4th and goal, runs it in for a touchdown, which was a clutch play. And then a 2-point conversion to Jalen Waddle. And unfortunately, the Raiders won the coin toss. But I want to talk about more stuff before overtime. Because overtime was, my God, it was chaotic and it was sad as well. But the way we opened up this game, I will say this. The way the Miami Dolphins opened up this game was incredible. For the first 14 minutes of this first quarter, I don't think I've ever seen the Miami Dolphins play that good of a quarter in the first quarter in my life. Two punts, and then the Raiders are driving, and Landon Roberts gets a pick six, 85 yards, absolutely beautiful. I was going nuts. And then the Raiders go for it on 4th and 1, and they don't convert. They don't convert on 4th and 1, and then we get it from the 34-yard line, and Malcolm Brown runs it in for a 24-yard touchdown, and we take a 14-0 lead. This game was incredible. The first 14 minutes was awesome. It really was. And then the mayhem happened. I don't know if this was Sudsville. I don't know if this was George Gotze. But whoever made that decision for that screenplay at the 1-yard line has to be mentally stupid. I mean, I don't. You guys can leave it in the comments below. But me personally, I have never seen a quarterback in the end zone throw the ball in the end zone to his receiver who is in the end zone. Like, what are we doing? Like, at that situation, a normal team would hand the ball up right the middle to get 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards so they don't get in that situation with the safety. Jacoby Brissett was in shotgun at the 1 yard line. What in the world are we doing there? Seriously. What in the world was that play call? That's just ridiculous play calling right there, man. And then it just went all downhill. Raiders went down, got a field goal. Dolphins didn't do anything. The Raiders scored a touchdown before half. Sanders missed a 48-yard field goal, I think. He hit the right upright. It's very rare Sanders hits the upright and misses. That's very rare. And it really, if he made that field goal, we could be sitting here talking about a Dolphins win. Who knows? But at the second, I don't know how we were winning at halftime, but it did not feel like we were winning at halftime, in my opinion. It felt like we were down by at least 10 points. And I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, we are very lucky that we got that Landon Roberts interception, and we got that Malcolm Brown touchdown, because that short field, and then the Malcolm Brown touchdown, because if those two things didn't happen, I didn't think we were scoring in the first half. I really didn't think that this offense was going to go downfield 75 yards or whatever and score. I just didn't have that feeling at all. And then second half starts, Dolphins go 3-and-out. And then the next drive, the Raiders score a touchdown. I think it was Hunter Renfrow that scored a touchdown. And then the Dolphins just don't do anything. They don't do jack shit. Offense is not being creative. They're not really giving the team a chance at all. They're going 3-and-out. The defense is going back and forth on the field. They're tired. And it might be too early to say this, but I might as well say this now. At some point, it doesn't matter if you have a good defense on your team, because you can have a good defense all you want on your team, but if you don't have a successful offense and your offense is just trash and goes 3-and-out on almost every drive, your defense is going to get tired, and at that point, whatever's happening on the offense is going to affect the defense. And that's just the truth. That's the truth in the NFL. It's not just with the Dolphins. It happens with every team. Like, say the Steelers, okay? I'm going to use the Steelers today as an example because it's just the perfect example. The Steelers have a great defense. In my opinion, I think the Steelers have a top 5 defense. But in that game, the offense didn't do jack shit. The offense was going 3-and-out. The defense was going back on the field. And at that point, it was the gameplay from the offense was affecting the defense. And that's why the Steelers lost today. So it's just not with the Dolphins. Fourth quarter, I'm like, this game's over. I know we're only down. It feels like I know we're only down 5. I even tweeted this out. I know we're only down 5 points, but it feels like we're down by 5 touchdowns. Seriously, 3 or 5, something like that. Then Carr and the Raiders got a touchdown again. Peyton Barber. Then they scored. At that point, we were up 14-0 in the first quarter and gave up 25 consecutive points to the Raiders. And you just can't do that. You're not going to win games that way. You're just not going to win games the way the Miami Dolphins played, giving 25 straight points to the Raiders. It's not happening. So then Carlson misses the extra point. This is when things get interesting. Dolphins go down the field. Jacoby Brissett, they had somewhat of a decent drive on that drive, so I didn't complain about that drive. They got a field goal. They're down 8. Then um, the defense steps it up, gets a stop. We get the ball. And again, this is another point that could have changed the game if we did better here. We had 2 plays where we needed to get just 1 fucking yard. 1 effing yard. And we didn't do it. We didn't get it. Turnover on downs. Raiders get the ball. 3rd down. Malcolm Brown doesn't get it. 4th down. We go for a QB sneak with Jacoby Brissett. And he's short. I thought he got it, but what am I? Who? I don't know. I thought he got that, to be perfectly honest with you. Then the defense, again, makes a big stop. They give the offense the ball back. Austin Jackson, that horrible penalty, holding call, makes it 3rd and 20. And then, no, that's not. I'm getting ahead of myself. The Dallas Scouts can play, but Jacoby Brissett threw it in the dirt, and Parker got the 4th down. We go down. The pass interference on Mullen to Will Fuller. I think it was Linwood. His name is Linwood, and Trayvon Mullen to Will Fuller. So we go down. We get at the 1. It's 4th and goal. And Jacoby Brissett scores a touchdown. He runs it in. Go for 2. Get it. Easy play. It's Jalen Waddle. Going to overtime. Raiders get the ball first. They go down. Kick a field goal. And the Dolphins get the ball. Then Austin Jackson gets that holding call that cost us 10 yards. And we got 4th and 20. And this was easily Jacoby Brissett's best play of the game, I think. That running touchdown, and then this. It's 4th and 20. Jacoby runs up, and he sees Mike Gesicki, and he gets a 27-yard gain on 4th and 20. Absolutely beautiful throw, and an awesome catch by Mike Gesicki to keep life for the Dolphins. The Dolphins are driving down the field. They hand it off to Myles Gaskin on 3rd down. At first, I was like, why are we handing it off on 3rd and 7? But they got the 1st down. And then 3rd and 3. I didn't like this play call at all either. I absolutely hated this. I'm like, why are we doing a shovel pass on 3rd and 5? I think it was 3rd and 5. And we got a 3-yard gain. Like, bro, either run it with Brissett or throw the damn ball. Why are we doing these short shovels on 3rd down and 5? And then, of course, I didn't even talk about it here because I spent the first 4 minutes talking about it on this opening. The ball that Jacoby Brissett threw to Will Fuller, that was obviously pass interference with the defender's arm over Will Fuller, and they don't call it. The referees don't call it. And by the way, another thing that costed us in this game, the penalties. The unnecessary penalties, man. Byron Jones, after that punt to set up the Dolphins at the 1. Justin Coleman, he's got 2 personal fouls. I think Brandon Jones had 1. Just the penalties for 15 yards and 10 yards, it kills us, man, and it gives other teams momentum and more of a possibility to score a touchdown, and it's just horrible. And it blew that chance, so we end up getting a field goal. Sanders just makes it. And then at this point, the defense is tired. The defense didn't come up clutch on this drive. The Raiders ran the ball down our throats with Peyton Barber. They set up Daniel Carlson all the way to the 5-yard line of the Dolphins, and they kicked the game-winning field goal. It absolutely sucks that we were basically we blew a 14-0 lead, only for the Raiders to score 25 consecutive points. Then we make a huge comeback, tie the game at 25, go into overtime, and lose. It's just, I feel defeated, but there's nothing I can do. It's just, the feeling sucks, man. This feeling absolutely sucks, and we're now 1-2 on the season. The Raiders are 3-0. Gotta give it. I mean, they are the hottest team in the NFL now. The Buccaneers lost. Right now, them and the Rams are the two best teams in the NFL right now. The Chiefs are 1-2, so they are 2 games back from the Raiders. The Broncos, I mean, they're 3-0, but look who they've beaten. They've beaten Jacksonville and the 2 New York teams. I wouldn't really call that impressive at all, but it sucks. Like I said on Thursday, these 3 games, the Raiders, the Colts, and the Buccaneers, are really going to be probably our most crucial games of the season. It sucks. It really sucks that we did not get this one tonight, man. I'm upset, but we looked much better than we did last week. Much, much better. And I think we got a good chance next week. I'm praying. We're playing the Colts, who are 0-3. They lost to the Titans today, but I'm telling you guys right now, that's a good 0-3 team with the Indianapolis Colts. I would not take them lightly at all, and we need to come and play. We need to be ready. We need to be ready to come and play against the Colts and go to war with the Colts, because but that's not a bad team over there. Even though they're 0-3. They're not a bad team whatsoever, I think. I think their defense is legit. I think they got a legit running back, a legit top 10 running back in Jonathan Taylor. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm hoping we get the win next week. And that's gonna wrap it up for the reaction video here today. Thank you all for watching. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. There will not be an Extreme Rules review tonight, as I have decided with the show really going on right now and me doing this. I don't think I'm going to do a review tonight. I might go check out the main event with Finn Balor and Roman Reigns. That's about it. But be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be here tomorrow night to react to the Cowboys game, as they'll be playing the Eagles tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. So we're going to be here to react that game. Should be a fun night. We are playing the Eagles, so I'm going to be pumped up, excited, and I'm hoping my Cowboys destroy the Philadelphia Eagles tomorrow night. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you thought of this game with the Dolphins and the Raiders. Do you think the Dolphins are going to be able to come back from this with 2 really tough losses back-to-back weeks? Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me in the video. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Colin_Joseph. And guys, I will see you tomorrow night for the Eagles-Cowboys reaction. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. Fins up, man. Fins up.